creative in a survival family is actually like really confusing because they love your talent, but they're scared of your dreams. So, like me growing up, my family loved my creativity with dancing as long as it stayed entertainment, not my identity and not my life, let alone, a career. So, growing up, my cousin and I, we would perform at our family parties and we would learn dances from the Jabwalkies or from other favorite choreographers. We'd practice them and we would perform. Everyone loved it. They would practically like beg us to do it the next time around. They clapped for us, they recorded us, they cheered us on. So like for a moment as a kid, I did think, wow, they're supporting me. They believe in me. This can be something. But it was far more complicated because being a creative in a family that's full of survival mentality can get really confusing. Like I said, they love your creativity as long as it stays a hobby, as long as it's cute, as long as it's for their entertainment, and as long as it doesn't become your life. Because the moment I started talking about dance as a career, everything changed. Suddenly, it was, that's not realistic. You can't do that forever. Your body's going to age. How will you survive? How are you going to be able to maintain a stable lifestyle? All of their fears came out and were just bestowed on me. Not because they didn't love me, I know this now, but because they were scared. I wasn't fitting into their box of success. They grew up believing success meant security, a degree, a paycheck, no risks, get hard work, get it done, and move on. So, because my dreams didn't fit their definition of success, I felt crippling. And they didn't even realize that they did this. It made me feel like there wasn't a safe place to fully be myself. Like I could shine a little, but not too bright, not too big, and I started just dimming my light from then. So I learned to hold back. I learned to quiet all the parts of myself that wanted to be expressed. I learned to be creative privately or just abandon it altogether, even though my soul always craved it. And it took me years to realize that that wasn't my fault. That was survival mentality that I learned to make my own identity. Now, as an adult, I am learning how to love that part of me again and be okay with myself expressing myself in that way. I'm not more just for fun, less than for a career, but to trust it, to honor it. And if you grew up being a creative in a family that only knew how to survive, I see you. I know exactly how you feel. You weren't unrealistic and you weren't dramatic and you weren't naive for believing the things that you thought you could achieve. You were gifted and you still are. So if you're on that journey, just know that you are not alone.